Have you ever wondered how people make money from a YouTube channel? I know when I first got into this, I would look at these channels that were big and I would think they must be making a lot of money. And I would look at channels that were small and I would think they must be struggling. But I've learned something from posting 600 videos on this channel, and that is a large following doesn't always mean big money, and a small following doesn't always mean small money. This small channel with only 12,500 subscribers generates $25,000 a month for me in recurring revenue. But my journey was not easy. It took me freaking ever to figure this out. And to be honest with you, my YouTube channel has completely changed my life. Because of this channel, I was able to move from Tennessee to Florida. We live on our favorite beach. I take a lot of time off. I get to spend time with my family. I get to live the life that I used to dream about, and it didn't take millions of subscribers. It takes knowing how to play the YouTube game well. So to speed up your process of making money on YouTube, I'm going to share with you 11 brutally honest lessons that I learned from posting 600 videos on this channel and having the result be $25,000 a month. My goal is that by the end of this video, you will have such a shortcut to your success on YouTube because you'll know what things to avoid, what things to put your time into, and what honestly to expect from your YouTube journey. So lesson number one, YouTube is the hardest platform to grow on, but it is by far the most rewarding. When I first got into this, it looked so easy, but I saw very little traction at first. YouTube is incredibly competitive because the reward is so high when you get a lot of views. If you can get even one video to pop off, it can change your entire channel, it can send you a ton of leads, new subscribers, and it can put people in your funnel, on your email list, and into your offers. But it just takes one video. However, getting to that one video that pops off might take 100 videos. It might take 100 times of sitting in front of a camera, having something to say, editing those words, and uploading them onto YouTube for no one to see it. And then doing it again, and doing it again, and doing it again, 100+ times to have one, this is when you're first getting started, one video that pops off. But the rewards are incredible. I'm going to talk more about this in later lessons, but the leads you get from YouTube obliterate any other platform. And I'm talking about YouTube long form. People watching your long form, meaning not shorts, but long form videos on YouTube, and then opting into your email list. Those leads are the warmest possible leads that you could get. They have seen you, you have won them over, and they have clicked and taken you up on your lead magnet, and there is nothing out there that comes close to it. So it's very hard to grow, but it's incredibly rewarding when you start to see traction. Number two, the people who succeed on YouTube are the ones who outlast their competition and continue to improve over time. I have been at this game for a long time, not just with this channel, but with my first online business and my first YouTube channel, which was called Preaching Donkey. Between all these years of making YouTube videos, I've seen people come and people go. I've seen people try and people fail. And the ones who succeed and actually make a living doing this are the ones who are willing to push through. Even when a video gets 50 views, 30 views, 100 views, you just keep putting another one out there, learning from it, looking at the analytics, putting another one out, learning from it, looking at the analytics, seeing what you can do better, studying what other people are doing, bringing your best to the table, and being consistent. That wins over time. The worst thing you can do is give up on it and walk away, because what you're likely giving up on is something that could absolutely change your life if you stick with it. And the reason why most people don't stick with it is because it is hard. And if it was easy, it wouldn't be as scarce. And if it wasn't as scarce, it wouldn't be as valuable. So be the person who pushes through that discomfort and continues to improve long enough to see traction. Number three, YouTube is incredibly saturated. To stand out, you have to be different. I've heard it said before that different is better than better. In other words, so many of us are trying to just have better content or better courses or better offers. What we really need is something different, something new, something that can tackle people's problems in a new way, something that can serve people in a different way. That sometimes goes further than just being better, and it certainly goes further than being the same. When I first got into this, I would meticulously study other people's videos, and I'd try to figure out how can I do basically exactly what they're doing? And what I found over and over and over again is that my chance of doing what they do better than them is going to be really tough. But me offering the best of what I have is going to be different if I double down on that. And you have to trust yourself that you're going to attract the people who want to learn from you, and they're going to turn into leads and turn into customers. That is if you set up the right system to support that on the back end. Number 4, views matter more than subscribers and leads matter most. When it comes to YouTube, everybody is so blown away by subscribers. What's your subscriber count? How many subscribers? How many subscribers? And then from there, people start looking at views. The fact is, subscribers only matter for social proof and credentialing because people still look at your channel and judge it based on the amount of subscribers it has. So I'm not saying subscribers are not important, but in terms of making money, subscribers don't turn into leads. Views turn into leads, and specifically views that take action. So more views is what you want, not more subscribers. So if you're trying to make money on YouTube, focus on high quality views. What this means is your content needs to target the right person. So the right person watches your videos, and then that person takes action and turns into a lead, meaning they click on your lead magnet, they opt into your email list, and now they're in your funnel and they're going to be exposed to your offer. And speaking of leads, lesson number 5 is that long form videos produce the best leads. I talked about this earlier, but it's worth repeating. When someone opts in after watching your long form videos, they are a hot lead, meaning that your video has already done the hard work of proving that you are to be known, liked, and trusted. Like they know you, they like you, and they trust you because they've spent so much time with you, face-to-face, one-on-one, where you have walked them through how to find the solution to their problem, learn the thing that they're trying to learn. And you have been this source of knowledge and information and encouragement and inspiration for them. By the time they actually click on your link and take action, they've typically watched about 90 minutes. If you try to do that in shorts, it's a lot of shorts at 90 seconds a piece. I don't know what the math is, but even at a minute a piece, that's 90 shorts. That's a lot of shorts. Not impossible, and some people take action sooner, but it's a huge lift. It's a much heavier lift. With long form, if you have a 15-minute video and a 10-minute video and an 8-minute video, you can see how over a handful of videos, maybe over a couple of days, they could watch enough content to be convinced this is the person that I want to take action with. And so they click on your link, they get your lead magnet, and then they start down the path of being exposed to your offers to see how you might serve them at an even deeper level, hence make money. One of the ways that I make money from my YouTube channel is through my affiliate links. And a lot of times when I talk to people who click on one of my affiliate links to use a software that I recommend, like Kajabi, for example, sometimes they tell me that they watched 30 videos about Kajabi from me before they chose to go to Kajabi. If I was just making little shorts here and there, it probably wouldn't convert. But because I go deep over a long period of time, long form videos, people can find my videos and they can binge a whole bunch, learn everything they need to know about whether Kajabi is right for them, then click on the link, then take action. And when that happens, that sets up a pattern where I make a commission every month from them for as long as they're on the platform. So now you can see where the lead is incredibly valuable when it's coming from YouTube and going there. Like that turns into a lot of money every month for me when you stack it up over hundreds of people per month. Number 6, staying on niche is critical. Here's what I mean by staying on niche. Your channel needs to be known for something, and particularly you should be known for like one word. What is the thing that you do? If I had to guess, the one thing that I'm known for is probably Kajabi. That's what most people know me for. But I'm also teaching people how to use Kajabi to build a business that sets them free from their 9-to-5 by teaching what they know online, like on YouTube, and then selling courses and coaching and community and so on. Now, where this can go wrong is you can get a lot of traction going off niche. And I made this mistake a few times when I first started this channel because I was all about just trying to get views. I was like, whatever I got to do to make my channel grow, I'm going to do it. And I figured everything would sort itself out. Like people would figure out if they want me or not. I did a couple of videos up front that were completely trends that had nothing to do with my niche, and they actually got a lot of views. The problem is they also got a lot of subscribers who then would see other videos that would pop up for me that had nothing at all to do with anything that they came to me for with those videos. And they were like, okay, we're out. This isn't for us. So now YouTube is surfacing my videos to people who reject them, who just subscribed. So YouTube starts to think, well, maybe this guy isn't delivering what he needs to deliver. And I think it really hurt my channel. If you can avoid this one thing, it would be really, really beneficial to you. Now, where trend hacking does have a place is when I've been able to leverage videos that are trending topics to get a lot of views. If they're on niche, it's helped out a lot. One of the most viewed videos on my channel is about Dave Ramsey. And I basically do a critique of Dave Ramsey's teaching, but really I do an evaluation of his business model. And I basically just say, Dave Ramsey at its core has the same business model that I teach on this channel. He's teaching a skill that he has to many people instead of one-on-one. And because he's able to teach that skill to many people, he's able to leverage, one to many versus one to one, and he makes a lot of money. Now he's doing it at a massive, massive scale, way bigger than I will ever do or ever want to do. But the point still remains, it's at its core the same model. But to get attention with that video, I start the video out with a complete parody of Dave Ramsey. We've got Daryl from Clarksville, Tennessee. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show. How are you?
I'm great, Dave. Thanks so much for asking. It's an honor to be on your show.
Better than I deserve. How can I help? And then I have a really kind of provocative thumbnail and title. And so I get people that watch that video who either watch it because they hate Dave Ramsey, so they love watch it, or they love Dave Ramsey, so they hate watch it. Either way, a view is a view because that video is actually on niche for me. It does apply. It's a little bit of a, there's some twists and turns there, but it comes back around to being a video that's on niche. So I've seen it work and I've seen it not work, but just make sure if you do chase a trend that it reasonably connects to your niche. Number 7, you will be misunderstood, and that's okay. People are going to poke holes in you. They're going to not like your success. They're going to criticize your failures. You have to keep moving forward. Not too long ago, I had a comment pop up on my YouTube channel. This guy gets on there. He said, getting passive income advice from a years old channel with only 10,000 subscribers is a little bit silly. Like, that's laughable. He's like, this guy has less than 10,000 subscribers, which is about what I had at the time. And yet he's giving passive income advice. What a fraud, what a fake. And what that guy didn't understand is that, yes, my channel was small, but it was producing $20,000 to $25,000 a month in passive income for me. It literally had changed my life. And so it's one thing if somebody has 1.5 million subscribers and they're talking about passive income. It's like, yeah, I hope if you have 1.5 million subscribers, you're making some money, because if you're not, you're doing it wrong. Like, you're leaving a lot of opportunity on the table. But if you have 10,000 subscribers and you're able to turn it into a multiple six-figure stream of income, or streams of income that add up to multiple six figures from that one channel with 10,000 subscribers, I want to know how you do that. Now, I can't explain all of that to one rando online who I don't even know who left a comment. I can try. It's not going to work. I'm never going to convince him. It still hurt my feelings. I still wanted to make sure that he knew that I was making a lot of money and that I don't really care what he thought, even though I did. But I didn't want him to know that. You see what I'm saying? And then I also wanted other people reading the comment to know that, like, this guy's wrong. But I left the comment up and I just replied and I let him know, like, hey, you might see a years old channel with 10,000 subscribers and think that there's nothing to it. What you don't know is that this channel produces $20,000 to $25,000 a month. So it's doing pretty well and you might have something to learn. But what you're going to find is that as you're teaching anything, people are going to poke holes in it. Doesn't matter what you're teaching. They're going to say you're too small, you have nothing to teach us, or you're too big, you can't relate to us. It doesn't matter. People are going to poke holes in it. One time I was talking to my business coach about this, Graham Cochran, and he told me, he said, you know what? Those people are always going to be there and you just have to pretend like they don't exist. You just have to keep moving forward as if they don't exist and focus on the people that you're trying to serve, and it will all work itself out. And so I've tried to do that since then. Number 8, ad revenue will not add up to much. When it comes to making money on YouTube, lead generation is what makes you money, not ad revenue. If you're looking to build a channel that gets enough views so that you can make a good living off of the ad revenue alone, it is going to take millions upon millions upon millions of views consistently over a long period of time for that to add up to anything substantial. It is way faster and way easier to use the views that you get on YouTube to attract people to your offers by getting them to opt into your lead magnet on your email list and into your funnel. That is a way more predictable, way easier, way better system that has way higher results than just focusing on ad revenue. For me, in the entire lifespan of this channel, my ads have only made me about $14,000, which is not nothing, but I can't live on $14,000 over 5 years. That's like $2,800 on average a year. That is not enough to live on. But over that same amount of time, all the other things have made hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars. So you can have both, but don't rely on ads. Number 9, one video can absolutely change everything. I mentioned this earlier, but it's worth repeating. You are one video away from your channel being worth it to you. And here's what I mean. I remember my first YouTube channel, it was Preaching Donkey. This was around 2018. And I was very discouraged because I was sitting around 400 subscribers. And I was just like, man, I've been doing this for a long time and I'm not sure if I'm ever going to get traction. And then there was a story I kept hearing about where it involved something that related to my niche. And it was a story that was on Facebook and people were talking about it and posting about it. And I just, on a whim, thought I should probably make a video about that. And I had never done anything like this. All of my content was completely just focused on teaching my stuff. And so I sat down and I made that video. And in 1 week, that video got 100,000 views. And that 100,000 views brought in 800 email subscribers and 2,000 YouTube subscribers. So my little 400 subscriber YouTube channel turned into about 2,500 subscribers within a week. And my email list grew by 800 people in a week. And that turned on the floodgates for my business. It gave me the boost I needed. It increased sales. Did every video from that point do 100,000 views? No, absolutely not. But I got the traction that I need. I got the boost that I need. And if I had given up before I released that video, then I would have never seen that inflow and I probably wouldn't even be here today. So keep in mind, if you're the one who keeps going, this could turn into something incredible for you. You just can't give up too soon. Number 10, be fully you. This sounds so cliche, but there is literally only one you. There's only one me. Don't be a copy of someone else. When I first got onto YouTube, I was a huge fan of Graham Stephan. I still love Graham Stephan. I think he's got an incredible media company at this point. But at the time, he just had his YouTube channel and he would always say, smash the like button. That was his thing, smash the like button.
Before I begin, I need your help to smash the like button.
And so I thought, well, that's what you have to do is you have to tell people those exact words. It has to be smash the like button. And so I would say that and I would repeat it and I'd be like, smash the like button. And I started to realize that that's his thing. It's not my thing. That's a Graham Stephan thing. It's not a Lane Sebring thing. And there's nothing wrong with me saying smash the like button. But would I say that if it weren't for the idea from him? No. Is it okay to use other people's tactics and strategy? Sure. But to try to copy someone else's entire personality just doesn't work. When I backed off of that and I started to lean in a little bit more to who I actually am, I started to see a whole lot more success. So don't be afraid to be you. If you're quirky, be quirky. If you're serious, be serious. If you're really thoughtful, be thoughtful. If you're loud and boisterous, be loud and boisterous. If you're fully you, you will attract the right people to your channel who want to learn from you, the human, instead of some copy. And before we get to number 11, we've talked a lot in this video about leads. If you want to know what it looks like to take your leads from YouTube into your funnel and turn them into sales, attend my free workshop over at lanesebring.com/workshop. This is my Turn What You Know into Dough workshop, where I'm going to show you how to build out your business and create your first $1,000 per month of income in your spare time. You can find it all over at lanesebring.com/workshop. It's free, it's on demand. You can watch it right now. All right, number 11, dialing in your setup takes time. When I first started, I didn't have lights, I didn't have camera, I didn't have action. I had nothing. It takes a long time to get the thing looking right. The key is to get started, to get going, to focus on the things that you can do to improve. I've got some great videos on this channel about cameras and lights and microphones, but just know your videos may not look or even sound exactly like your favorite YouTuber at first. What matters most is your content. Bring yourself to the table, have a good plan for how you're gonna take people from YouTube to your lead magnet, into your email list, and through your funnel so that you can serve them at an even deeper level and turn that into money in your pocket. That's when it all starts to become worth it for you, and you can be in a better position to serve your people. Now, at this point, you might be wondering, well, if I have an audience on YouTube, how do I know that that audience is actually gonna buy my stuff? And I talk about that in this video. So click right there, and I'll see you in this video.